Recording.
Let's
All
go.
right. Yeah, here we go. Gonna mute you all. We're a couple minutes late. Great. Fantastic. Hey, all you people, you've been on the previous Zooms. You're gonna go, I'm gonna tell you what, it's brand spanking new. I have a whole new format. And come, because you guess what happened yesterday? Your products were shipped. That's right. And we knew, Ray and I knew that was shipping already, but they shipped your products and they're all on their way. So here's just one quick piece of laundry for you all. It's Thanksgiving, and it's been all week, and especially one extra day after tomorrow or Black Friday. You know what happens to shipping and online and everything. So no, Landmark, our shipper, is not behind, but once it gets to that designation, then the local guy takes over. Yes, so your very first order, be patient with us. It may be an extra couple days to showing up for you. That's all I got to say. But guess what's going to happen? This new format we got for the Zoom, come the next week, guess what most of it's going to be? Testimonies, because you're going to have that product. And we know, right, Herron, you know on this call what the product does, and people are only going to need a day or two of being ingesting it on the inside, and they're going to have great testimonies. Andiamo, Malcolm, what are you, Italian? No, Gordon and Joe are the co-owners, part Italian. Andiamo means let's go, but let's go together. Now, if you are in an existing company and you're thinking about a change, or you're riding two horses, that happens a lot today, right? I want you to think about, this is Gordon. I'm going to introduce you to one of the co-owners, the older brother, and what he has to say about his vision. And then it has come to, that vision is already come to completion. Listen up and make a decision for yourself. Is this the home you want to be at? Is this where you want to be in business? Is this the way you want to plan?
Sometimes it's the simplest ideas that make the biggest difference. A connection to nature, a quiet faith in the greater good, a home grounded in simplicity. It's the quintessential Italian belief that health, happiness, and food naturally intertwine. The belief that these ingredients should be blended with love and care. Now combine this with something just as essential, a belief that every person, regardless of background, deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and deserves the chance to live up to their fullest potential. Now take this worldview and marry it with a truly unique idea at the right time. Well, that'll make people stop and pay attention. A truly unique idea has the power to change everything. It stands apart. It challenges the ordinary. And in its simplicity, it can move the world forward. That simple formula, love, health, respect, and a singular, simple, extraordinary idea has the power to change lives in our community, in our country, and around the world. Life is short. Timing is everything. And this fall, everything begins.
Well, we've begun, for sure. You know who's behind this? I'm just going to cover it for just a second. Gordon. You're going to meet Gordon a couple times today on the clip. You just met him. He's the older brother of the two Morton boys. There's Joe in the middle. I've known these boys. Ray's known them Ray knows their parents. I think Ray knew their parents before they knew them. Just kidding there. But I met Gordon way back when, and then I watched Gordon and Joe build a company while I was in another company. I looked up to him all the time. Curtis, he's one of the best affiliate marketers, a software engineer. The guy, they brought him on board, and I believe in synchronicity. When they were looking for this boy, he was over there in Italy, and guess what he was doing in Italy? He was researching what the core ingredient of our product was on his own, himself. On the end there, at the end is Ashley, VP of Skincare and Quality Control. But I want to tell you a little bit, gals, if you're brand spanking new, how old's Ashley? Put it in the chat. If you know, don't tell anybody. And you're also going to meet Brent down here. I'm singling him out, Ray. Most people do not know the talent that these brothers have brought to the table. So this is our team. And why don't I let them introduce themselves?
It's the greatest health story in the history of humanity that's never been told.
There's a lot of different ways to make money in this world. At this point, I want to do something that's meaningful.
This is the tabula rasa. This is the blank slate.
It was a no-brainer.
Oliabo is a place where we can all come together and feel united because of one simple ingredient.
Aiming to join these guys at Oliabo is amazing, and I have a feeling that I'll be issuing apologies for those early projections being far too conservative.
This thing's going to grow like a rabbit farm on a hormone diet. So, that being said...
So to me, this is Oliabo means heritage. It means my past. It means the history that I come from.
It's built here, and it's built here. We kind of built it twice.
The atmosphere, the culture, everything. I felt like I got it back.
There's a beautiful documented history of this wonderful botanical. The olive tree, olive oil.
Skincare is a huge part of Oliabo as well. That is so good for external and topical use.
This was my home again.
Great, big, huge idea. You got to treat that with respect. What's most important is where we're going to be 30, 60, 90 days, 1 year from today. If you are passionate about growing this thing, a year from now, we're going to be taking our top folks and we're going to go on a little adventure to Italy, and we're going to enjoy the olive harvest together. When you get a job, you go to work for a company, but when you join Oliabo, the company goes to work for you. All this stuff that we're doing here is today, moving stuff in. It's really for the wonderful people that represent our products, our customers, and I think you can kind of feel it. It feels like authentic, organic. So from our little home office here to your living room or wherever you are looking at this, grazie tante, grazie mille. Thank you very much.
It's the great...
Oh, sorry that, he talked about those important things in the previous clip. That's really important. Folks, when Ray finishes this call, listen very close to what he has to say, because he's been around a long, long time. He's known this family for a long, long, long time. And for the first time in my 30-odd years, these boys have really put together what we've been looking for. It's been a wasteland out there for a while. I've made some mistakes. Some of you on this call have made some mistakes. Hey, that's about getting back up, picking yourself, because we got a vehicle that's moving forward. You just looked at that. They were moving in their office. That was, golly, how many days ago? Probably 20-odd days ago, right, Ray? Not that long.
Yeah,
And
just 2.5 weeks, I think.
that's right. And guess what? Your product's already shipped. That's incredible. And come this, not this Friday in a day or two, but in next Friday, what's going to happen, Ray?
I think you're going to get a check.
You better believe it. With PayPal, there's going to be money in your bank, and or you're going to, if you're able to have a card right away, you're going to have it. Now, I want to just bring this guy on. This is Brent Baum. I think a lot of people miss this when you've looked at it. I sent out a clip. Meet Brent Baum. Brent Baum is one of the three gentlemen that began DreamWorks. How many people know what DreamWorks is? That's what Disney is today. I don't want to get political about what this he's not there anymore. This is the quality of the people that the Morton brothers know, and these people, like Brent, trust him. So meet Brent Baum. He's steering this ship behind.
First reason I'm doing this.
Sorry.
First reason I'm doing this is because Gordon asked me to. And Gordon and I have a long working relationship together and a trust that's built between us. And so when he talked about doing something new, I said, absolutely, I'm in. I don't know a lot about olives. Is that something I'm not supposed to say? But for me, my background is in strategy and corporate planning. It's really the team. What I like about this and the opportunity here is to work with this group. Products come and go and companies come and go, but the relationships that you build over time with people. First reason I'm doing this is because Gordon asked me to. And Gordon and I have a long working relationship together and a trust that's built between us. And so when he talked about doing something new, I said, absolutely, I'm in. I don't know a lot about olives. Is that something I'm not supposed to say? But for me, my background is in strategy and corporate planning. It's really the team. What I like about this and the opportunity here is to work with this group. Products come and go and companies come and go, but the relationships that you build over time with people, those are what's important. But what we have is something new and something exciting. And we're going to see a reinvigoration of MLM.
Yes, we are. Absolute revigoration of MLM. Have a check this out. You know, a lot about today is all these clips. That's about this company and Gordon's ability. He owns a media company to market. Ray talked to me about how good these guys at branding. Here's our branding. Remember when life used to be like this? Well, it can be, and it's going to be again. We have the vehicle to do it with Oliabo. Life's great. Gratitude's coming up for you guys tomorrow is gratitude. And this whole story began in Treviso, Italy. You just saw when Joe was talking, that's Joe and Gordon's mom. She was a grown lady when she decided to immigrate to Canada as a single gal. And then they started a family. She met Gordon's parents, or Gordon's father, who was single, and away it went. And guess what happened? I'm going to mute you all. Guess what happened? She was adamant every single day with these boys in northern Canada. And then every summer when the boys went to stay with their grandparents in Italy, they had to drink this. What the heck is that? That's high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. Sure doesn't look like that on the shelf, right? Because that's what our product is. I know what you're thinking, but bear with me because you'll be so amazed at what's going on. One of history's most important botanicals has been in front of our eyes forever. The olive. And Oliabo is the new standard of health, and it begins with the olive. And you think, what? I've known about olives. It was in the Bible in the beginning, and now how much? We got one job for you to do. No, it's not a job. We got a simple task. Bridge this awareness gap. Common belief, olive oil and olives are a healthy part of the Mediterranean diet. What do we know about that diet? The blue zones in Italy. People live more than 100. Everybody's healthy. You know what they eat. They eat all the food that makes us fat. They don't seem to be that way. Modern science, beginning in 2005, empirical evidence, high quality olive tree derived products contain powerful phytonutrients for great nutritional support. More people coming on board. This gal just coming in. She's probably just coming in because she was busy helping somebody start. This awareness gap, these tools, the tools that you got, that YouTube, Facebook groups, everything that all the leaders are put together, that's how you share it. So what is that secret? 14 liters of high phenolic extra virgin olive oil. The Italians drink it every year. I'm never going to do that, you say. That's not me, and especially like the Greeks. See, in North America, we consume, I say we because I used to live there for a long time, a liter of crappy olive oil. It's not even olive oil, really, when you think about it. Look at your label. Well, we're going to bridge that gap for you as well. Besides the awareness, we're going to do it for you. Drink 14 liters? Heck no. I'm not going to ask you to do that. Why would you want to, though? Well, you'd want to get the ingredients that are in extra virgin olive oil in your system for cardio support, for longevity and mortality. We always want to live longer. And I tell you what, when you're earning the income and your life turns around, all that financial weight's off your shoulder and you're living life and having fun, you're going to want to live longer, but in great health. And your brain health, that's such a problem today. Well, we have got part of our product. We'll help you with that. Digestive health, the gut-brain connection. You know that, the gut health. We know about that. Leaky gut's been all over the news forever. Helps with that. And the biggest thing that has everything that creates dis-ease. Ease is when we're healthy. Dis-ease, out of ease, is when we're in trouble. It's caused by inflammation. So I'm not going to be a scientist. Phytonutrients, the polyphenols, you're going to learn some new words. Verbascicide, oleocanthal, alurapine. That's what the olive pulp, the olive seed, and the olive leaf, the whole olive thing is chock-a-block full of. And we're not going to go into it. Go get a pen, write that down. Pause the clip, go to the YouTube, have a look. I did it. Ray said to me, Mal, just go to ChatGTP and put in these ingredients. And when you do, you'll be blown away. I was overwhelmed because it pages and sorry about that. Pages and pages of information was coming out. So I just went to Google and did this to put up on the screen. I'm not going to spend time on it. You know why? Because come a couple of days for you guys, you're going to be ingesting this. And that's how you know it's going to work. All the science in the world, facts tell. But stories, they sell. And when you understand and get this product in you, You think, well, is that a prescription, olivectin? Have I got to go to the doctor to get this? No, that's another made-up word, just like Oliabo is. If you were on the Zoom the other day, you would have learned what Oliabo, where it came from. Olivectin is a proprietary trademark blend. What is it? You see, just besides the olive oil itself, extra virgin high phenolic olive oil is ingredients in the pulp extract of the olive, also in the seed and the seed oil of the olive, and really importantly, in the leaf. So those ingredients, we've got them all together. And here, you know how we get you to get 14 liters in your system? Prima, our core product. Prima comes in an olive oil tin. Remember we talked about branding? This is 1 month's 30 days supply. Prima is the life force of olive oil. I know when I very first heard this, the very first time, back in the first few days of March with Ray and the owners on a call, second call actually I did with the owners. And I was thinking to myself, how's the average mom and dad going to explain about olive oil? But then anytime I mentioned something, had to wait months and months around the NDAs, everyone said, yeah, it's all over the news. I've been hearing about it. So here, we've bridged the gap for you, and we bridged the gap how to get it in your system. Prima, you get 30 of these pillows. There are 4 components to the pillow. So you're really getting 3 products for this. 3 products in one. The 2 green capsules are chock-a-block full of oleocanthal and all the other polyphenols, and it's infused with rosemary. So it's in a capsule. Why? Because if you've ever had pure extra virgin olive oil, you know you haven't. Because if you ever put it on your salad and took a bite and coughed, because that's what pure extra virgin olive oil will make you do. That's the oleocanthal in it. It's not that great. And it has a little bit of a, what would I say? Like it was a bit off, rancid. That's what pure extra virgin olive oil really tastes like. So you're going to take 2 capsules a day in a capsule, so it's in your belly before it dissolves. You're going to get olivectin in it. Remember the Italian branding? Here it is. Olivectin is what we talked about with the leaf and the pulp seed. That's all that extract. Why is it in a separate capsule? Because sometimes it's easier for your body and the cell-brain barrier to absorb everything when it's delivered in different components. And then Rosa, well, we added a whole nother product. Now, this is not olive oil. This is a proprietary blend of grapeseed extract. Remember those? Remember that company way back when? And lycopene. Lycopene is an ingredient out of very, very, very good tomatoes. So pick nodules and lycopene in the Rosa. 3 individual products. And guess what? Is this worth 300, 400, 500, 600, probably more? It's worth your life. It's worth your health. It's $110. It's $110. I'll give you a hint how good this company is. It's 100 points. There's no big spread in our company. So $110. That's like $30 for each of the ingredients. That's pretty good value. That's our core product. Why have I got this slide? Because Oliabo, you just learned very quickly, is a heck of a lot more than just extra virgin olive oil company. And you're getting to put this in your belly. Someone's cooking fish. I can smell fish. Olive oil. You go, Mal, I thought we would take it. Yes. But everybody said, Gordon, Curtis, Joe, you talk about extra virgin olive oil. And they went, okay, we'll deliver it. So you can order extra virgin Oliabo brand olive oil. Where does all of our ingredients and where does our product come from? Italy. There's not something made in a synthetic factory here, from Italy. And you can buy this individually, $39.99 for a quarter of a liter, or you can buy it in a pack of 3. Put it on your salad. Oh, yeah. Cook with it. More beautiful.
Malcolm, your mic is off.
I turn it off because my speakers kind of give a reverb.
Yeah.
More product.
I got to throw a plug into that. I love that little skit right there. Oh yeah. My favorite part is the chef right at the end when he makes that little gesture like, yeah, that's the one.
You better believe. Branding. That's why I'm showing you this. You're getting a taste of the company that you're joining and how they're going to give you a toolbox full of fabulous branding to build your business. So we've got, there we go. We've got Prima core product. Goes on the inside of your body every morning, and the whole day it works. And you'll notice in a couple of days of taking it, the testimonies already came out from the people who are lucky enough to get a sample. No, it wasn't in the capsules. It wasn't all done that way. It was a little different. But then we have 2 more products, and these ones are instant. What's the first one? It's called Flex. It's a joint and muscle ointment. And now this is what I just showed you in the previous product, but it also has, besides that high phenolic extra virgin olive oil ingredients, the aleuroprene and the oleocanthal and the verbascicide and the olivectin, it's also got mangosteen, pericarp, and squalane. And what's this for? When you've got a problem, when you got an ache, when you got a pain, when you got something that's just bothering you, you'll get this, which is 30 mils. You know, put a couple drops in the palm of your hand, and you're going to warm it up, and you're going to rub that where you're suffering. And in a matter of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you'll be doing like that. Oh, yeah. You'll be like, ooh. See, Herron on this call gave a great testimony for the whole team a little while back. It's on the YouTube channels. It's on Herron's groups. It's on his channel. And what a fabulous testimony of what this did for his mother-in-law. I can't wait to get this. When you got a product that works instantly and people see it, and then the people around you will notice it because of how you have relief. You know, when someone's suffering and when they're not, they're going to ask why. So this is a walking advertisement. And then the fourth product, because we added olive oil, right? The fourth product is a skincare line. Why would we have a skincare line? When you walk in a department store, there's that one big section you got to weave your way through because there's so many counters and there's so many good-looking gals and they're all there. What are they talking to you about? Cosmetics. It's got to be natural, antimicrobial. It's got to be hyperallergenic. It's got to be gentle on your skin and all types. It's got to reduce inflammation. That's the key. And now I'm not going to go into it. There's a whole story about that with Ashley that led to what Flex and this product is. Antioxidant, skin barrier. Remember the question I asked? This is one of the best testimonies you can use. Ashley is 40. That's right. When I was on that call with Ray months ago, and I asked Ashley that question, and they all laughed, and then she told me her age. I was like, I'm in. If a 21-year-old could be 40, or a 40 could look like a 21-year-old, that's a walking advertisement and become your walking advertisement. This product and the product I just showed you with Flex is going to be available at the start in the very first week or 2 weeks of December. Shipped, not ordered.
The reason that I'm doing this is honestly because of the team. I am an organic skincare formulator. So a great thing about Oliabo is we have internal ingredients as well as external. Olive oil is so good for your skin, and it mimics your own natural oils in your skin. So we're able to create beautiful products that aren't greasy, that aren't oily, that are derived from the olive tree. Olive oil is so good for your heart, is so good for your brain, and I have been obsessed since I've gone to Italy and tasted the difference between the oils. I wanted to make sure that everything was compliant to cross borders so we can enable everyone to experience our products.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Malcolm.
Visa Lux. Going to use it in small little increments. I can't wait for it because I know it's going to get rid of it. It's Turkey Day here today. I got that turkey chin going. I lost weight. That's one of the side effects. I got to get rid of all these up here. You gals, you guys. You see, this is another one. You'll be a walking advertisement because people are going to take a look at you and go, what the heck? Yeah, I've been using this. So we got ingredients that work right away, and we got an ingredient that you're going to put with products that work right away and a product you're going to put in your belly, and it's going to shine from the inside out. That's a winning formula for success. And you have it available for you, half of it now, some coming. And how do you know it's going to be full of purity? How do you know it's going to be quality? How do you know it's got that trust that Gordon said about? Because each and every single product is being quality controlled with an authentic seal, the Minerva seal of authenticity. So Olive's standard of health is Oliabo. And it's a new standard of health across the board for the whole industry. So why did I put that up there? The person that invited you to this call, you're brand spanking new, go to their link. They're going to give it to you. And click on that link and it will open up. And it'll be this really, remember everything simplicity was, this really simple form. And you're going to fill in your information. And here's something, it's a free membership. There's no enrollment fee. There's no website hosting. There's no starter kit. It is a free membership. That's unusual, right? Well, that's what this company's all about. And once you fill that in and hit submit, you're going to be redirected to your back office. And once you're in your back office, you're going to go to the top right and click shop. And that's what's going to pop up. And he went, Mel, it's free membership. Well, this is a service. It's really, I don't know why they call it membership. What is VIP membership? For a one-time fee per year, you can have a VIP 365-degree service. What's the service? Free shipping on all product, no matter where you live in the world, no matter how many times a month you order. Yes, for me overseas, it was a little more, $160 US for North Americans, $225 for us overseas folks. It's great value, but let's talk about the real products. You can order Prima, $110, 100 points. You can order olive oil, extra virgin, $39.95, 30 points, Ray. I didn't even bother to look. Sorry about that.
Correct.
Yeah, 30 points. You can order a 3-pack for $99. And that is 100 at 100 points. But let me give you a hint. If you do it on a subscription, guess what happens? The qualification points are bumped up. That's something. So look, why are we getting into prices here and points? Because I'm about to introduce you to how you get the second half of this company to benefit you. We just talked about benefiting our health. Ray talks about a shortcut to health. That's what the one thing, there's two things people want. One of them is a shortcut to health. But how about a shortcut to financial wealth? I don't mean about hundreds of thousands a month. How about $400, $600, $800 a month, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a month? That amount of money that gets that weight, that minimum payment of a credit card, out the window and start paying the actual credit card off. Pay that car loan off. Cover those bills. Take that financial thing that you're hanging on to and dragging around and have it gone and start living like this. And it's PREMIO Pay, the power and simplicity of PREMIO Pay. And I'm going to play a 2-second clip because this is your lifestyle when you're part of PREMIO Pay. How do you get there? Simplicity of me and 3. Now, Ray, I'm not going to go through the pay plan. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let Gordon. Gordon just cut this clip the other day. It's a rough cut. But this is part of, why am I showing you all these clips? It's part of how our company helps you. So here's Gordon, and he's going to explain the pay plan to you.
If you guys are okay, I'll show you. This is how simple our comp plan is. This gives you the basics, all 3 areas, again, very rough, but it gives you an idea of how simple our comp plan is to explain. So this is my office, by the way.
There's only one of these in the world. That's the only one. I made it. It's mine. This is an actual Squire Telecaster body that I Frankenstein together with a American-made Telecaster neck. The comp plan that we're creating here is unlike any other comp plan that's ever been done. Okay, the PREMIO Pay plan by Oliabo. We give it a nice name to describe the unique set of variables that go into the creation of our comp plan. First and foremost, number 1, sprints. The only thing you need to do to qualify for sprints is be in our system. Anybody you introduce to the product who makes a purchase, on their first purchase, you will make 25%. The second component of Sprint, though, is that if you personally commit to 200 QV per month, you get an additional bonus of 10% on anyone on your second level of sales. Done. That's the end of the Sprint section. Number two, baseline, which is our monthly commission checks. Now, the first kickoff for that is something we call a rep. You really need anywhere between 0 and 99 QV. You're instantly qualified for 5% on your front level. A Brava rep is somebody that a personal purchase that month. If you have a personal purchase of any qualifying volume product in Oliabo, you are eligible to receive 5% plus 5% on the second level of your organization. We like to say Oliabo is me plus 3. That's the little rhythmic device to encourage you to get 3 people like yourself interested in doing a business on their own. First level is something we call Kappa. Kappa is yourself plus 3 people like yourself that are interested in doing 100 qualifying volume per month. The other component is that somewhere in your organization you have 1,000 qualifying volume. That's it. That makes you eligible for 3 levels of commissions. Quinto, the next level, is yourself doing 100 QV per month. Somewhere in your organization you have 5,000 group qualifying volume, and each one of the 3 people that you introduce to the company does 100 QV with 1,000 group qualifying volume. Done. The next level, Venti. Venti is where you're really starting to develop some leadership to your group. For the level of Venti, we're asking for 200 qualifying volume per month. That's the most we ever ask, by the way. You still have your 3 leaders that you're working with. Each one of them have 5,000 in group qualifying volume per month and a personal purchase of 100. We are now asking you to add an additional 100 QV customer in addition to that. So now we have 4 people. 1 is brand new. The top level in the PREMIO plan is PREMIO. We named the comp plan after it. PREMIO means you're maxing out your baseline commissions, what you can earn on your organization, making you eligible for 8 levels of volume. First and foremost, we're asking you to get 200 qualifying volume worth of product every month. Of your original 3, we request that you take 2 of them to 200 qualifying personal volume per month with 20,000 in group qualifying volume. The third one, we're still building 100 QV with 5,000 group qualifying per month. We now have a total of 5 personally sponsored customers in the system with an organizational volume of 50,000 group qualifying volume. That's it. That quick capsule summary is what it takes to do PREMIO. Global bonus. 3, global bonus pool. You enter it by becoming a PREMIO. Those who maintain PREMIO for 3 months enter into the global bonus pool. What does that mean? Well, 5% of all global volume sales go into our global quarterly pool. The bigger your organization, the bigger your percentage of the pro rata pool. So there you have it, the PREMIO Pay plan. Sprints, baselines, quarterly bonus. When you get a job, you go to work for a company. When you join Oliabo, the company goes to work for you. To work where you want and earn what you deserve, but more accurately, we encourage you to work where you want, when you want, with whomever you want, and earn what you deserve. My guitar playing is less than perfect, but our comp plan is pretty dang close to it. So there you go.
I tell you what, let me go back here for you. What Gordon just explained to you is the simplest plan I've ever seen. But at the same time, it's the easiest. Teach 3, build 3. I'm going to give you just a little tip here. Did you catch what he said to get to the PREMIO means first, by the way? And you're looking at the top and you're going, holy cow, 50,000. That's, you know what 50,000 is? That's 500 orders. You see, it's 100 points an order. And I'll give you a hint. If you're on a subscription order, $110 is a subscription. Guess how many qualifying? You get paid on 100 points. Guess how many qualifying points you get? 110 points. Every time there's a subscription, it's more qualifying points. So could you build a team of 500 orders? Ray's going to tell you something at the end of the call. Double down, because you want to get 2 levels on your sprint money. That means 2 orders. Who wouldn't want 2 orders? You and your missus, you and your spouse, you and your partner, you and your kids. Or how about your Prima and then a Flex or Visa Lux? It's so simple to be at that. Well, guess what that means? That's a team of 250 orders. And you're at the top of the pay plan. I thought it was far too easy. And the other thing that happens with this pay plan, there's full dynamic compression all the way from the bottom. You can be getting on an 8-level pay plan, paid 50 levels, 60, 70 levels deep. And we have a thing called horizontal compression. So go to the clips and figure out what that is. All I'm going to tell you is it's the fairest thing I've ever seen in the industry. You have to build 3 legs, but you could be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 legs wide, or a whole bunch of customers, or a bunch of affiliate marketers. And every single pay run, they will take all the volume from all that's scattered out there, and they'll combine it to make 3 legs qualify for you. That's all I'm going to say. What powers this whole thing? That Prima, the olive oil, the Flex, the Visa Lux. You can't get a better combination. Company, owners, product, pay plan. And that global bonus pool of 5%, $1 billion company. These guys did $1 billion company year after year after year in the earlier 2000s. They're back. Ray was part of that. The global pool in that one was half as much as this. 5%. We're not at $1 billion yet, Ray, but our company will be pretty quick. What's 5% of $1 billion?
I believe it's 50 million.
Who wants a share of 50 million? Once in a lifetime? How often is it, Ray?
It's every quarter, every 90 days.
Put your head down, tail up for 30 days, and you're going to get a great big fat check besides your weekly sprint checks. Do it again. Head down, tail up for 30 days, and a bigger check. Head down, tail up again for another 30 days. That's a 90-day effort. And you know what? You're going, because remember, he said 3 months. There's your 3 months, and guess what? You're going to get a great big fat bonus check, and any one of these pictures you see here, Steve down there in San Antonio, what would you be doing? Come on, sweet. Come on, kids. Let's go. You're going to be going on a holiday. That's what you can do with this. It's all about rewards. And then he mentioned Italy. There's an Italy trip coming up. How many people are going to Italy? I guarantee everyone. Ray's been on them. If you watch that clip at the start, that was Ray at the very end with Cheryl, his missus, in that Targa top Porsche, cruising down the mountain roads in Italy. So I'm going to let Ray close this out for you guys. Ray, folks, just before he comes on, he's our master distributor. He asked me in March, the start of March, to get on the call. I did. I'm so glad you did that. He's tireless. He's nonstop. He puts probably 15, 16, 17 hours a day. He's not a master distributor that's gone. He's a master distributor that's there. He was working like crazy for this. He's old school. And is he here because he got lucky? No. 40 years of being the person he is today. He's earned the right, and he's done it not by what I used to do, the last venture we were in. Actually, Ray was my first one frontline to me. See how it switches around? And I watched him there. Ray deserves this because he earned it, and we're so lucky to have this man of caliber. So listen to what nuggets he's got to share.
Thank you, Malcolm. I appreciate you so much. I'm just thinking, of course, it's tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so it's Thanksgiving Eve, and I really want to have more of a conversation than a presentation with you tonight. That's kind of my style. Malcolm, you're amazing. I love this format tonight. It's great. And all of you, I want you to realize that, my charge to the company, to Gordon very early on was, here's what I want. It always has to do, Malcolm has pointed that out, it has to do with the company first, product second, compensation plan third. Those 3 subjects. That's what's important to people. I said, Gordon, you own a media company. I know your capabilities. You're a branding, marketing expert. I want 3 5-minutes if you can. 3 5-minute videos that are really good. One about the company, one about the products, one about the compensation plan, so that those are available to all of us, because I know how much confidence that gives people. You see, if somebody asks you about this compensation plan, hey, you know what? You just touch a button and send them that little 5-minute video of a fun owner playing a guitar. That's pretty clever, you know, but it's well done. And that's enough that needs to be said. You don't need to be an expert. Somebody asks you about these, by the way, these other videos, they're all in the works. They're coming. We're going to have a five. I said, I'll give you 7 minutes, but I prefer 5 to 7 minutes of video on the product and video on the company. We have a 7 minute, 11 second video about the company that's really quite good. I know it'll just get better. With Gordon, it's never good enough. He's always going to make it better and better. So we're going to have all those tools available to us. So as we talk to people and they want to know about the company, great. We got a little video that tells them. Push a button, send it to them. Want to know about the product? Great, we got the best. Push a little button, send it to them. There's some unique things going on behind the scenes that I'm aware of that I'm not at liberty to tell you. Coming out very soon. I mean, it's name recognition like most everybody knows. Talking about our products, so that's coming as well. So it just empowers distributors. I've worked with distributors for 40 years, and believe me, I was one of them for a while. Very nervous, always afraid somebody's going to ask me a question I can't answer, and it's uncomfortable that. And so this will just, it will give you great confidence, and you'll always be able to send just a little short video that just tells the story the way it is. And remember, always, it's a timing issue. Always with people, it's a timing issue. If the timing's just right, you send them a little company video, they're in your business. So we want things simple, easy, and duplicatable. I'm kind of a simple guy, and it being Thanksgiving, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. God's been so good to me pretty much my whole life. There's oftentimes early in my life, I didn't recognize that, but he's always been there. So I give credit to where credit is due, and God knows my limitations. So he's brought me people like Malcolm Wallace and Herron Lawless that's on the call. And I shouldn't start naming people because there's a lot of you. They fill in the gaps where I'm lacking. And so I give thanks to the good Lord above for giving me such talented people. It's not only to my benefit, to your benefit as well. Folks, I promise you, just don't lose track of the fact that you could build a business if you're just a bringer. Just bring people to these Zooms. We do them 2 nights a week, on Sunday night at 7 o'clock, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, always on this same Zoom link. Always can depend on a great presentation from Malcolm Wallace. Herron's doing one a day. So, I mean, look him up. They're just great. So we got all the support that we need. And folks, I tell you what, it's, like I said, I want to have a conversation with you a little bit tonight. So I want to tell you exactly how we build this business. I mean, I'm going to say this, and I'm always going to say this, and probably never going to change. I ask people because I've lived this. I've lived it for 40 years. This compensation plan is 3 and me. So many of you, I mean, it's best to just admit it. I've been there. I've experienced it. You're probably got, you're growing, and I congratulate you, but you probably could grow a lot faster than you're growing. You're involved in a little bit of avoidance behavior, and it could be because of these very things that I talked about. You could lack a little confidence, a little self-confidence in what we have our hands on here. That's why you use us. You bring people here and let us tell the story, and we'll give them our vision here. We're going to win more than we're going to lose. We're going to get more of them in your business than we're going to lose. So I tell people right from the start, make your list of 25 to 50 people. The science said, well, not science, I don't know, statistics say that all of us know, I don't know if it's this many, but that's what it says, that we all know 500 people on a first name basis. That's a lot of people, 500. I'm not asking you to make a list of 500. I'm asking you to make a quality list of 25 to 50 people. These are people that believe you, people that like you, and people that trust you. Call it BLT, people that believe you, like you, and trust you. You can make a list of 25 to 50. I know you can. But you probably are involved in avoidance behavior. You haven't done that yet, and you haven't called those people, but yet you're willing to call a total stranger. Call those people that believe you, like you, and trust you. That's your best shot at building a business. And I, you say whatever you want. I encourage you to just use some of my words. My words are, Malcolm, is our relationship good enough that if I send you a 7-minute, 11-second video, would you watch that? Is our relationship good enough that you'd watch a 7-minute, 11-second video? I want you to see what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that maybe you would have a little bit of interest yourself. But if not, that's okay. I just need to know, is our relationship good enough you'll do that? You know what the answer is every time? It's always yes. If you made your list properly, the answer is always yes. Out of 25 to 50 people, I promise you, you're going to get three. You're going to get three. You'll probably get more than three. You're welcome to do that. So three and me, you just start working. Three, we duplicate. Eh, My suggestion is, since you don't leave any money on the table, that you come in with the order two primas or 200 points, whatever that happens to be. I suggest two primas. Most of you have a significant other, and we want one to live as long as we are, and as healthy as we are. So let's get us two primas on subscription, and let's teach our organization to do the same. Three people, three and me. My three's going to do what I'm going to do, and everybody then they don't have to guess. Everybody gets three on two, three on two. We duplicate that real quick. The numbers are pretty staggering over time. Some of you you'll do it rather quickly. Some of you it may take a year or two. 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729. It just works out that way. And I'm rounding those numbers off. That's about 1,000 people in your group. See if this doesn't make sense to you. You have 1,000 people in your group, in this little small group that I've described. They order 200 points every month. That's $200,000 in volume in your business. 200,000 every month. They're on subscription. Well, I've rounded the numbers off. It's a little more than $10,000 a month in residual income, about $120,000 a year. An extra $120,000 a year, I believe. Everybody I've ever known in my life, it makes a difference, especially add it to what they already have in their life. It's lifestyle. It, It'll work just that way if you listen to me, if you communicate well. You see, if I personally enrolled you, I need to be talking to you on a regular basis, and you need to understand my mindset, where we're going with this. I need to be available to do calls with you. You need to be available to do calls with the people you brought in. If we get really good at this communication and working with one another, and everybody knows their job, everybody gets a minimum of three, and we all do two. If you do that over time, I believe not only is it possible, I believe it's probable that you'll have a very successful business. And it just depends on how fast you come out of the gate as to when that's going to happen for you. I've said it many times. I'm going to say it again. It's so important to be early on. You get one chance to be first. We're all first here. We're first. This company is going to draw millions of people over time. I already know it. I know how this one's going to end before I started it. And I've never had the privilege of knowing that in my 40-year career. I know these guys, love them, trust them completely. I know what we're going to have in our future. It's the greatest place to be in network marketing. I tell you, there's not another company out there, not any. I don't care if they're 50-year-old companies, I think compares to this opportunity. So I want you to just leave this call here tonight and be thankful. Jim Rohn taught me a couple of things 40 years ago. Work my business like my life depended on it for 90 days. It could set me up financially for the rest of my life. You know the story. After 90 days, being totally green, not knowing anything, after 90 days, I was earning more money than my friends that had high-paying jobs. It was a real eye-opener for this poor boy from Oklahoma. It delivered my dreams. So I never ever looked back. And my why, just get a strong why. My why was so my children just didn't have to repeat the life that I had growing up so poor, all those embarrassing moments because of the lack of money. I just wanted them to have a good life. And I loved them so much that I was willing to pay the price. I would ask you to just pay the price for success. You're probably behind in a lot of promises that you made to yourself, if you're honest. Many times in my life, I was behind in promises that I've made. But once I understood that 90-day formula, I never forgot it. I don't want you to forget it. I want you to know that you're in what I would call the catbird seat of a financial future where money is not an issue. Money's probably the least of all values unless you just don't have enough of it. If you don't have enough money and there's people that you love and you care about and you want to take care of, it becomes about all that you can think about 24 hours a day, occupies all that gray matter. It's the way it was with me. I was desperate to find success so that I could take care of the people that I love the most. I bet a lot of you fit that same description. So it's the opportunity of a lifetime. I guess I'm overselling it. I don't mean to. I'm very, very thankful. Jim Rohn also taught me this. He said the key is being thankful for what you have while you pursue what you want. That one's worth writing down. Being thankful for what you have while you pursue what you want. If we think about it, we probably, all of us tonight, no matter what our circumstances are, we probably have a whole lot to be thankful for. And I will tell you that I'm extremely thankful for all of you that made the effort to be here tonight. It's a little bit less numbers tonight. I get that. People are traveling, going to have a wonderful holiday with the people they love tomorrow. I tell you what, go ahead and enjoy this little holiday, but we're about to go to work and plug in. Just plug in, and I promise you, I've got enough. Malcolm's got enough. Herman's got enough, and many others on here. We have enough enthusiasm to take you across the finish line if you'll simply take some direction and do the things that we suggest, not demand, but suggest. Everybody, I'm so thankful for all of you. God bless you all. Have the best Thanksgiving of your life. Malcolm, thank you so much, brother. You're the best.
You're more than welcome. Thank you, Ray. You know his 90-day challenge. It's the first chapter. And at Christmas, that first 30 days will be over. And guess what you're going to have? Great big Christmas present from Oliabo. So go get it. Like I told you on another clip, just look at that. See, Hernan's holding it up. I told you they shipped, and he's already got it. There you go. He's already got it. And Hernan's not even in the same state. So just like those. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Malcolm. Can I steal a testimony from a really good friend of mine up in Canada?
Yes.
I probably should just bring her on and have her say it. I'm not going to mention names. I respect her so much. She's building a great business. She got her product yesterday. Here I am in Florida still waiting on mine, but she's in Canada. She got it yesterday, and she wasn't feeling well. When you're coming down with something, you know it. You just don't feel well. She had stomach issues and not feeling good. She sat down in a recliner, and the doorbell rings, and she gets up, and it's her Prima delivery. So she opens the pack, takes the Prima, lays back in her easy chair, not feeling well. 2 hours later, she wakes up. She goes, I couldn't believe. I felt fantastic. I felt good. I had energy. I couldn't believe. I had no idea that 2 hours earlier I wasn't feeling well and knew I was coming down with something. Can we all expect those kind of results? Probably not. But I thought that was rather unique. And I want to tell you, girl, I appreciate you sharing the story with me. And
I was just looking for her in the. I don't see her. I know who you're talking about. I was trying to get her.
No names. we got Prima is a 3-prong attack. Jim Rohn also taught me this. He says, guess where disease is? It's always pushing right up against whatever you got planned to keep it away. I think Prima's a good plan. I'm not making medical claims, but what he said made an awful lot of sense. So I'm looking so forward to being on a steady diet of Prima every day, and the testimonies that are going to happen because people are feeling better than they've felt in a long time. They're going to tell their neighbors, their friends, and you're going to watch this as all these products begin to show up in people's homes. They start using them. I mean, we're already growing at warp speed, but it's going to get pretty crazy, the growth of this company, really soon. Don't get caught doing less than you're capable of doing here.
Thanks, Ray. The clip I put out there, last thing I gotta say, just don't be afraid to put your foot on the gas. See you guys. There will not be a corporate call Thursday. I understand that. That's in the daytime. But when's your next call? Sunday night. If you're on Hernan's team, every day he's doing calls. Great for you, Hernan. Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Another great call. Tuesday next week, the corporate call, 9 p.m. Eastern. See you around on the go round, you guys. Get after it. Put your foot on the gas. The rewards will be more than you could probably cope with.
Great job, Malcolm. We're under an hour, about 3 minutes. Next week, we'll cut off another 10 minutes. God bless you, everybody. Thank you, Malcolm.